what was that draw for you to be a priest? And because you can even go to seminary, I guess, and not be a priest if that's not your choice.
Right.
But how did you? What made you decide to be a priest?
You know, I people ask me that, and I don't know. Some of it was an example. There were some priests here in town at the time. They're all dead now. They were teaching at, I went to Trinity High School, and they were teachers there, and they were role models, and it looked good. They seemed happy. I don't know. I don't know the real answer to that. I tell people occasionally, well, there was a statue of the Blessed Mother on a mantle in our house. And I said that if I come down in the morning and that statue has moved to the other end of the mantle, that's a sign. And I said, and I just make it up, because I don't know.
So
exactly
when people talk
why.
about a calling on their life, was there like the great voice? You
No.
didn't hear the voice that came to you and said, "This is what
No.
you need to be, you need to be doing."
No.
And did you? And because I know that, often people say, well, you become a priest and then you don't have children and you can't get married. And did you ever feel like you lost something by not having a family? And
there could be times when I'm not going to say I'd never had that kind of thought, but then there's other times when I'm say, wow, I think I'd be a lousy parent. Thank God I never had those kids, or something like that. So it's not I don't feel it that way. I certainly promote marriage for people. I think the people I have, the friends that are married, they have a happy life. They love their kids. It's funny, they're tied down to those children, but they don't see that as being tied down.
Yeah.
They see it as, wow, this is great, and they get the phone out and take another shot of the kid, and it's another photograph on the internet of that child. But I don't have that sense of loss. And after a while, I've been doing this almost 50 years, so after a while, that there's just, it's so natural,
Yeah.
I don't know if I had somebody else in the house, if either one of us could put up with each other. Just simply because you get.
So it was, it wasn't a conscious, well, I'm going to be a priest. You didn't grow up with that, I'm just going to be it just
there was
happened
certainly
for
some
you.
encouragement from the family, there's no
Yeah.
doubt about that. But there was no force.
Or anything.
I could think of other things hindsight I would love to do in some ways, work in NGOs that do international
Non-governmental organizations.
interesting things around the world, stuff like that. That could be attractive, and just other kinds of even working out of some national nonprofits that deal with justice issues, immigration, and all those kind of things.
Well, being a priest hasn't seemed to stop you from doing
No.
a lot of that stuff.
No, I've been real lucky. The bishops that I've worked under have not blocked me from doing those kind of things. There are instances in other dioceses, I think, where there have been people whose bishops may have stifled that or tried to, but I've never had that experience here. Bishop McDonough, Archbishop McDonough, Archbishop Kelly, Archbishop Kurtz, they've always allowed me to have this sort of ministry.